With victory overseas in World War II achieved, black soldiers returned home. Despite their gallant service, many African American soldiers returned home to the same discrimination and segregation they knew before the war. On February 12, 1946, just hours after being honorably discharged from the United States Army, Sergeant Isaac Woodard was attacked while still in uniform by a South Carolina police chief as he was taking a bus home. The attack and his injuries sparked a national outrage. When President Truman learned of the attack on Sergeant Woodard, a U.S. service member in uniform, he was disgusted and became determined to address racial discrimination in the armed forces and the federal government. He made a strong speech on civil rights on June 29, 1947, to the NAACP, the first American president to speak to their meeting, which was broadcast by radio from where they met on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial.
Recent events in the United States and abroad have made us realize that it is more important today than ever before to ensure that all Americans enjoy these rights.
The president said that civil rights was a moral priority, and it was his priority for the federal government. He created a commission on civil rights to examine discrimination across the board and make recommendations. In December 1947, the commission would publish its report to secure these rights, the report of the President's Commission on Civil Rights, which included recommendations on fighting racial discrimination. On February 2, 1948, President Truman sent the first comprehensive civil rights bill to Congress, and it included many of the recommendations from the commission. On June 26, 1948, over the objection of senior military officers, Truman issued Executive Order 9981, banning racial discrimination in the U.S. Armed Forces, and Executive Order 9980 to integrate the federal government. By the stroke of a pen, Harry S. Truman fired the first volley of the modern civil rights movement and set the country on a path to addressing racial discrimination head on.